at this point.
I don't have nobody to talk to. You have my back.
I had your back and your I used to fight for you. Nobody couldn't talk nothing about you. So why you fake with me? Please stop.
I need you, my life.
Listen, hey guys, welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Told you guys I love hip hop. Atlanta dealing with Spice and dealing with Karlie Red. Let me tell you the honest truth, yeah. I really feel like I know why Karlie Red and Spice are going at it. Let me be real with you, okay? Here's my quick synopsis, and we're going to break it all the way down, okay? I feel like what's happening here is a case of clear attachment issues, right? Plus, there's a little bit of manipulation involved as well. Karlie Red seems to me is giving me anxious avoidant. Okay, anxious avoidant type of attachment style, which is, you know, you get nervous when people separate from you. You have those abandonment issues. You get scared when people are doing something different and not consistent to what you require, right? For instance, if they're cold or they need time alone, you read it as them abandoning you and they're not wanting to be around you, right? And that's why she wanted to move next door to Spice, who has been defending her vehemently, as she said herself, and backing her, which maybe Karlie Red hasn't had in the past. Okay. And then Spice is somebody who I see as avoidant, fearful avoidant, a bit like myself. We don't like people clinging to us. Hence why she said, I moved here so I can be alone. And you're now crowding my space. We read your need to want us to be in your life consistently, whenever you want, as control and a removal of my freedom. And so for us, we struggle to identify with this being normal behavior for us. So us is like, no, you're doing too much. You're in my space. You're controlling me. I'm not free. And actually, when the two meet, that's why they're having issues, I believe, because the two are on opposite spectrums, right? But they are triggering each other. Then now there's some added aspect, which is a manipulation that I think Karlie Red also adds in there, which is not helping the situation. And we'll discuss that as we go along in the video. So if you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor. If you like these kind of breakdowns, like it, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification to be uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated. Don't forget to grab your merchandise as well. You see this? You see the excellent work we're putting in. Make sure you grab your mineral merchandise down below. Don't miss out, baby. You understand? Yeah? All right, cool. Let's get into this. Let's talk some real stuff now. And talk some real thing. Okay, I think what's really interesting about this situation is the fact that, you know, with Spice and Karlie, they're on two opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to attachment. Let's have a little look at
the street from me.
You're my sister. You're
no, Karlie, no.
I feel safe with you.
Karlie, stop. I bought this because I wanted to be alone, at peace. And we spoke about this already, and you know how I did feel. For you to still go ahead and get...
Now, you know, it's very interesting, right? So Karlie is very much aware that Spice already said, I don't want you living next door to me. But you heard what Karlie said. I feel so safe with you. I feel because her anxious avoidant attachment, where she feels nervous when people leave, when people are too far from her, she's trying to close the gap, not only emotionally, but physically. And she's trying to keep Spice in her life. But now the fear of abandonment and the fear that somebody will leave you, the fear that somebody won't be in your life anymore, instead of just saying that and saying, hey, I do feel like sometimes I feel like I'm being, you know, separated from you. Instead of doing that, she manipulates the situation and then goes and buys a house without telling her, making the neighbor sign an NDA so that she wouldn't know, in the hopes that when she does it, Spice will just love it. But the reality of the situation, Spice ain't going to love it, because Spice is going to read it from her particular lens of fearful avoidant, which is, you're breaking my boundaries. And also, not only that, you are actually disrespecting me and you're making me feel like I have no freedom. You're encroaching on my turf. Now, it's not, she's not living in Spice's house, but you're living across the road from me. You're invading my territory. You're making me feel like I have no freedom from you. Right? And this is after they had already gone to the DR and Karlie was with her in the DR, right? Okay, so that was also what was important. Now, what's this? This is also a piece of manipulation, because Karlie knows she's done wrong.
Wait, hold up. I bought the house across the street. We neighbors, girl.
You what?
We're across the street. And I want to show you something.
Oh my gosh.
She's pregnant.
Wait.
Now, she knows how Spice feels about her daughter, Jazz. She knows that Spice loves Jazz and has an affection for Jazz. So she brought Jazz over with her. and then tried to sell it as if, oh, I bought this house for Jazz. Baby, you just said as well, we, which means you're going to be in the house too. You said, I bought this house for Jazz, but no, you bought it for we. So you can be in the house too. And not only that, then you try to bring Jazz over, try to use her pregnancy as a soft broach to the subject of the fact that you bought the house, to try and distract her from the fact that she bought the house. So that she won't be so angry because she has to be excited about the pregnancy that she can't check you on your behavior. But Spice, that ain't Spice, baby. She's going to let you know where she stands, okay? So it was an act of manipulation because you knew that she's going to feel some type of way. So you tried to soften the landing by bringing your daughter to try and soften it. That's kind of disrespectful, okay? Right? That's cheeky to that. Okay, very, very cheeky for her to do that. Okay, now watch this.
Oh, I never know you hate me that much.
If you were in trouble, I would give you my left kidney. Anything for you.
Karlie, stop. Don't do that fake thing.
And you don't see it.
Because you had me in your life and you kept up over and over. You violated my privacy. You violated.
Now, I'm not really sure what really effed up the old situation because there's obviously something else. It's not just DR, must be something else as well. But DR is what kind of put the nail in the coffin. Reality of the situation is, you know, Spice is frustrated with and instead of Karlie just owning it, she's trying to manipulate it with not just necessarily the tears, but the comments too, you know, by saying, you know, and I'll talk about it in a second too, and I'll show you the clip. But you know, she's like, you don't even see what I've done, like I've done for you. That's not why she's leaving you, babe. She's not leaving you because of what you've done. In terms of what you have done for her in a good way. She's leaving you because you've done some things that have broken her boundaries and you've affected the relationship that you guys have. That's why she's done with you. She can't trust you because you keep breaking her boundaries, right?
I almost died.
I understand.
You understand? So I don't have time for this negative energy. If you came
I feel like if me and
Karlie,
Jazz was on fire, you wouldn't even spit on us to help us. After everything I've done, this is...
Now, why would you feel like that, babe? After you feel like, you know, that she wouldn't even spit on you. She's trying to manipulate because she's trying to get her to feel. What she's feeling right now is that she's feeling that abandonment. And abandonment's kicking in real tough. And the only way she knows how best to recover the situation, rather than owning it and taking accountability and saying, you know, I've messed up, I'm bad, I'm sorry. I moved in because I wanted to be next to you, because I liked you, and and I felt scared that you were going to leave my life, blah, blah, blah. No. She decides to manipulate by saying, you wouldn't even spit on me and Jazz. Why is it you and Jazz? Why is it about you and Jazz? Jazz is not the one that did the infraction. Jazz didn't do anything wrong. You did something wrong. Spice is angry at you, not Jazz. But you see what she did manipulatively, bringing in Jazz in there as well? Now, you know, so instead of actually owning up what you're feeling, you're trying to manipulate that person into a space. The avoidant doesn't like that. The fearful avoidant does not like that. And they can see the manipulation a mile away. That's why she's angry at her as well, right? And then she says she's done. And something about fearful avoidance that they can be very cold. They can cut you off and be very cold, right?
I gave you years of my life and years of love and years of friendship where you would have never even understand. And yes, when people cross me up, me just want, that's it.
Like she said, she's done. And because you crossed her, she's done. She's finished. It's it. It's finito. I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to go around in circles. I'm finished. Once you cut me, fearful avoidance, once you cut them once, they ain't going to allow you to cut them again. They're going to be out the door. And the reason being is because they're afraid of being hurt. That's why they don't get close to people. We have commitment issues. We have issues when it comes to getting close and allowing people. We have trust issues. So if you cut us once, we're done. That's why that probably whatever happened with her and Spice, her and Karlie Red, it was only one thing, and that was it. She don't trust her no more. And the fierce defense that she had for Karlie Red is because often fearful avoidance oftentimes are unprotected, hence why they protect other people. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you guys.